What's going on, guys? Unknown Player here, and today in this video we're going to be looking at a bunch of Easter eggs and secrets hidden around areas, and also some really cool things that you probably didn't know about inside the Destiny 2 beta. So one massive roundup filled with everything for you guys in one video. I've been live streaming a lot of this beta here on my YouTube channel. It was awesome to see so many of you guys watching live, but the videos are on my channel if you want to watch them back if you missed them. And I'll be doing a bunch more streams throughout this beta, so keep an eye out. And I'll probably be streaming right after this video goes live, so keep an eye out on my channel, like I said, and also have notifications turned on because I'll be doing a bunch more live streams on this YouTube channel. So the first thing we're going to look at is rest in peace the purple ball inside the tower. Bungie actually included an Easter egg where you can see the thing basically crushed, and right here on the stairs you can see the bouncy ball is literally squashed by the Cabal. It's pretty depressing to see, but when I streamed this for the first time I did the mission and I instantly noticed there was something out of place, and I was wondering what it was and what this thing was supposed to be. Then looking closer you can definitely recognize it is the purple ball that's been destroyed. So pretty funny that Bungie, some level designer, thought to include this as an Easter egg for a little bit of detail, and it kind of makes you hate the Cabal that a little bit more. But there you go, first Easter egg, the ball that provided hours of entertainment inside Destiny 1 is now destroyed, and you can see it squashed on the steps. So next up, let's talk about the Warlords. They have some really cool tricks up their sleeves. So firstly, the Voidwalker. Now, the Voidwalkers have probably one of the coolest abilities I've ever seen in Destiny. If you've already played with the Warlock, then you probably have noticed this, but for all of you Titans and Hunters who have not played on a Warlock yet inside the beta, make sure you do so, because this is a really cool thing. Essentially, you can siphon energy from your super and overpower and supercharge your grenade, which is just really cool, and I guess it's one of those magical things the Warlocks can do, but you can literally siphon energy. The super doesn't have to be full, just take energy from your super. Your grenade does have to be full, so you have to have a full grenade. When you do so, it's going to overpower your grenade. Now, of course, the Warlock, the Voidwalker, has the scatter grenade, the one that kind of spreads out and stays in one place. There's the vortex grenade, the kind of like area effect grenade, and also the axiom bolt, the ones that follow people. So each time you supercharge the grenade, the longer you hold it for, the more powerful they get, the more damage they get, the longer they last. Like with the axiom bolt, for example, you throw the thing and it sends out loads of trackers, and they like kill an enemy and they go and find another enemy. Instead of disappearing, they go and find like loads of enemies. They do a massive amount of damage, and with the vortex grenade, it lasts longer. So this is so cool. I was completely mind blown discovering this on stream when everyone was telling me to do it. But if you haven't played on the Warlock yet, make sure you do so. This is only available on the Voidwalker. You can charge up grenades, which is a pretty cool ability, and the animation is also very cool too. Now, something else the Warlocks can do is actually the Twilight Garrison. That is now built in as an exotic to the Warlock, which is really crazy as well. So Twilight Garrison is literally just there. You can see me doing it on this Dawnblade right here. You can boost in the air, same as you double tap circle or the crouch button, same as Shade Step, but you can now do the Twilight Garrison. So there you go, it's now built in to the Warlocks, which is actually pretty crazy. So next up, let's talk about Nessus, the planet, of course, where the strike, the inverted spire, takes place. You can, of course, explore if you don't want to do the strike. You can kind of explore. A lot of things are blocked off. Bungie have put barriers in a lot of paths to prevent you from going exploring the entire planet. And there's a lot of things that aren't open yet, like lost sectors, for example. You can find where they are. You can't exactly access them and go in and do the stuff, because that's obviously only in patrol. So something I'm sure a lot of you explorers have already found is the Vault of Glass door right here. It seems to be just this massive staircase that leads up here. I'm guessing this is a story mission. I don't think it's a lost sector because there is no lost sector icons. This is a pretty obvious door, so I'm pretty sure this is part of a story mission. But this is the Vault of Glass door, the same one right in front of the Glass Throne, the final boss room in the Vault of Glass raid for Destiny 1. This is the same Vault of Glass door, so pretty cool. Obviously, Nessus is an entirely Vex planet, so there's going to be a lot of Vex architecture here. There's no content behind there. It's just basically an empty cave. There's like a bit of a hallway. You can glitch through it. There's really nothing to find, so it's not really that worth it. You can if you want to, but there's nothing, unfortunately, behind the door. Just a bunch of caves and kind of empty rooms right there. Now, something you actually can interact with are the launch pads and teleporters. So you might have noticed this red pad and wondered what it does, because you can tell it serves some kind of purpose, and actually does. So if you go through to the strike or through this point and actually go through these jump pads, what you can do is you can actually turn around and step on this platform, and that's going to teleport you back to the original red pads. That's what it does. It's basically the secondary part or the teleport when you go through the strike. I'm pretty sure it's just in case you get sent through the teleporter and you want to turn back. There's no actual way back, so this is the teleporter to send you to the original area of Nessus where you started off from. So you can also find a couple of lost sector symbols around this opening area of Nessus. These, of course, represent dungeons which are nearby, basically big underground caves with a huge boss in it and a chest. You kill the boss, and then he's going to drop a key to open the dungeon chest. This, of course, will only be available in patrol, of course, so no one can find the actual entrance. I'm assuming they're blocked off, but even if you manage to kind of glitch through, there's still going to be nothing under there, just kind of an empty cave. But here you can spot a couple of the entrances to lost sectors. Now, there's a bunch of enemies doing pretty strange things in the area of Nessus, which is quite interesting to see. So Storm Minotaurs, these are one of the main ones. You can see them protecting a bunch of jump gates. So these Minotaurs and Hobgoblins as well are actually pretty strong. They've got a lot of health. So you basically need to take out the Hobgoblins, and these open the portals. You jump through them and then take out more Hobgoblins and then jump through them and keep doing that. Eventually the Storm Minotaurs are going to spawn. You take those out. Again, they've got a lot of health. But I'm betting in Patrol this probably does something. But right now, inside the strike, you just kill them, nothing happens. But they do have a lot of health, and of course their names. So they definitely have some kind of significance. The main thing I'm thinking of is it's very similar to the Wardens inside the Dreadnought. If you remember inside like one area near the prison area, there were 3 Warden Knights that would spawn. If you kill them all at the same time, it would open a door. So maybe killing all 3 Minotaurs at the same time in Patrol might actually open up the Vault of Glass door. But something is definitely going to happen, because these Minotaurs aren't just here by accident, but you can tell there's some kind of significance there. Now, speaking of enemies, the Fallen are also very interesting. You can see a bunch of them spawning. So the Fallen appear to have a lot of new enemy types and kind of changes within their ranks. You can see this guy with a spear. This is a new enemy type. This guy's called the Wretch, and he's got a giant kind of electrified spear. He's pretty similar to a Vandal, doesn't do too much damage, but definitely a new and weird looking enemy type. There's also Marauders. Now, these guys are most interesting because these are literally like spiders. As they run, you can see they run almost on their arms and legs. They run like spiders. They're really, really creepy looking. They also go invisible. They cloak. They look pretty different because they've got like cloaks and like hoods over themselves. And their back arms are actually blades. They stab you with them. They're just really creepy. Now, the Servitors are also pretty different. They used to be able to regenerate enemies' health, and when they were nearby, they basically like give them and siphon them new health and energy, and then slowly regenerate their health. But now, in Destiny 2, they basically shield them and make them invulnerable. So you have to take out the Servitor first before killing the enemies next to them. So if you see a Servitor, it's a bit similar to the Taken, how they literally shield each other and prevent them from taking damage. So Servitors definitely got a massive upgrade. And then finally with the Fallen, if you wait around long enough, a bunch of dregs on pikes are going to spawn. You can use those to actually cross the Vex Milk. You can normally jump and like not take too much damage, but you can cross the Vex Milk pretty easily on a pike if it doesn't take damage. So that's a pretty good way to explore and kind of get around onside the Vex Radiolarian fluid. But there you go, pikes will spawn. They're pretty decent. You can actually take them through the teleporters, but it's very difficult and didn't really end too well when we tried it. But there you go, a bunch of info and secrets and cool things you might have not known about the beta. So like I said, keep an eye out for more videos and more streams on this YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, a like rating would be much appreciated, and I'll see you guys in the next one.